All right, everyone, Babylon here. This is episode 55, Liberation. Uh, this here we had to choose which path we're going to take. I went with the Liberation just so I could get that gun and try that out, and then of course we get the I think it's carbon weave armor. I think is what that is, and then we'll be able to just go out the deal. If we go the other way, we'll have to make another decision. So from the looks of it, you have to do it in probably 3 worlds to get everything unlocked. Uh, However, it's kind of harder to decide. But like I said, like we have 2 worlds. We can go 2 directions this time. But we'll get to that, all that. But we're gonna go ahead and choose the path of liberation. Uh, that one was actually a pretty fun quest to do. There's quite a bit of action in it. We had to fight not only the minions, but we also had to fight cave worms, even a sand shark. So, but we're gonna get it started. We had to get a healing device and some stuff like that to take with us. And I thought
Salutations,
this quest here would be the
so you
one
chose
that
to
you had to
assist
use
the outpost.
explosives, but
Brave of you.
it's the
If you
next
head
one
there
that's
now, there
coming
may
up.
still be something left to save. These things must be pretty fast to cover that much ground. Unless there's more of them than we've seen. What an unfortunate notion. Best be on your way.
And I will take the wolves with me this time on this one here. Like I said, you have to get a healing device. You have to get something else we had to take with us too. And luckily, I had already had a healing device, so I didn't have to make one. Stasis bags. That's right, 2 stasis bags. So we had, but you also want to make sure you take plenty of medical supplies with you, like I did with my satchel there. I had everything in there, so that was able to help out. I had an extra oxygen tank and water bottle. That kind of stuff there, helps out quite a bit when you're doing this mission here. So keep that in mind if you when you go ready to go do that. I'm seriously thinking about cutting back on taking my woods. I mean, there's a lot of woods. But I'm fixing to get rid of the chickens, and I'm fixing to get rid of the rooster. I don't want to get rid of the bull and stuff, so I kind of missed that where you can just whistle and then everybody come to you. But unfortunately, if you whistle, the chickens, the cow, and everything will follow you, and I don't want that. Uh, but I will butcher the chickens and rooster up. I'm not exactly sure about the cow. I think I might get rid of the cow, but I got plenty of milk and everything. And if I need milk, I can just go ahead and get it from soybean. Uh, Here we, I decided, we'll go ahead and get that healing device and everything instead. But before I take off, and this is where we find out that this is actually in the Riverlands, which means that those creatures will be there in the Riverlands as well. But they're scattered out. They're not like really bunched up a whole lot in one or anything. But I guess the biggest trick would be to take care of the one that's out and then try to find out where it came out of the ground at, and then destroy that to keep them from coming back in and out. That way, if you're trying to do anything in that area, you don't have to constantly fight them over and over again. Uh, that right there, now there's that medical device there. And then I go back and I make the stasis bags real quick. Which I learned real quick. You make that in your armor bench. I thought it might have been in here, but it wasn't. Now when we take off to go over there now, I'm gonna just take off sprinting on the mower just to get over there. I'm not going to show the trip all the way back. The only reason why I'm going to show the trip going down there is just, well, it's watching the wolves take care of a couple of bears and fight a couple of those gorgots and stuff like that. it's just, I don't know. It's to me the mission was fun. I mean, it had quite a bit of action in it. It wasn't like overwhelming, I guess you want to say, but at the same time, it was pretty chaotic there for a little bit, especially with when the sand shark showed up, which didn't make no sense because there was no sand. But hey, it is what it is. There we go. Now we'll take
Looks
off
like
down
these two
there
took out
and
additional insurance before working for the
hit
Oryx.
all those woods.
Though I can only imagine how much their
I think I
premium
really
must have
did.
cost.
I think I
We
really
don't
went
exactly
too
have the
far
best
over the
reputation
woods.
for safety.
Now I just gotta figure out what happened to my large chickens. But yeah, we're just gonna sprint up there. We're gonna get up there and take care of that. Unfortunately, that pass is still blocked. After doing the mission, I went back to check. I didn't want to run all the way down there to find out it was blocked still. But I went ahead and went around. When I got done with the mission, I ran over and checked, and it was still has the avalanche there in the place. I don't think that avalanche is supposed to be there, but I guess that's when. But then again, that's when everything started glitching. Stuff wouldn't leave the map, like the drop pods for the containment missions and stuff like that. But so far I have experienced some little bit of lag here and there, but not bad enough to where I have to start all over on another world. So, but like I said, we do have that one for backup if anything goes wrong, especially if I lose another video or lose the audio and stuff. What else was there on this mission? Oh man, I forgot. Oh, it got kind of a little chaotic with the woods in the building there a little bit. I had to wind up setting them to wander instead of just following me around there because they kept blocking me. I couldn't get out of the building. Had to break a wall in order to get out. Even after I released them, they just stood there in that same room instead of wandering off. And I think I got enough wood, so I think when I come back through, I'll be tearing that down. See, there's one of them right there in the winter area. So I guess they're just going to be all over the map. I guess it's just going to be a new thing I have to deal with. Now, I do need to find out if I'm gonna be able to farm the boss or not. If it's something going to be where I can go back to and refight over and over again after, like you know how the sandworms show up and then they disappear after you kill them, and then they come back again like 30 minutes later or something like that. But we're not going to miss farming it right now. Like I said, once we get this done and get the legendary, I forget what they call that priest, some kind of fist deal that you hit ores with and stuff. I can't remember the name of it. And they're almost fell off in that damn hole. And of course I would fall off right there where the wolf was attacking me. But luckily though, my mode can outrun them. But like I said before, though, I will be doing Planet Crafter. I mean, that's not too bad of one anyway. But that's another one. I played the original, but I never left the planet. Well, I didn't finish figuring out the signal deal. I got frustrated with that part and just stopped. But I made it all the way up to a point where I could. I just couldn't figure out how to get that signal stopped so that way it could take off. But hopefully this time we'll get it done that way. But I'm thinking about trying out one of the expansions on it. I guess one of the DLCs on it. A new planet. I don't think I want to play the same planet again. I've played that one so many times it's unreal. But we will try one or the other. I think one's like toxic, no one's on the moon or something like that. You can see how fast he moves around, man. Oh. I thought about going and getting that boss, but I changed my mind. I was in a hurry to get the mission done. But yeah, here's the first bear. Chase me, run around in circles. Then I get in there and let my mower take a couple of hits. But like I said, you know, it's not. I wasn't exactly sure how many I need to be taking with me, anyways. I think I'll take about half the next time I go out. Well, actually, no, I can't because I think the next mission is the one where you had to kill them a certain way. You couldn't just, you know, let your hounds get a hold of them and tear them up. Wouldn't be the same. I don't think it would count. So it's probably not on the next mission anyway. Oh man, damn, man, I shouldn't have ate so much for dinner. But you can't pass up potato soup. That's all there's to it. I know it sounds plain Jane, but man, that stuff is good. Loving my taters. Yeah, there's one right there. Kind of hoping that they, you know, wouldn't being all over the map. If they were just in the desert, I probably could have handled that. But if they're going to be everywhere, that's going to make farming a pain in the butt. Like I need to farm for more stuff. I got plenty of stuff at the base to probably finish all this out. We shouldn't be too far off from it. And once again, when that sand shark died, I wasn't able to collect anything off of it. I wonder if that's a glitch or what, but I really don't think there's anything you can make with it. grabbing and stuff right now. Like I said, it'll start getting a little chaotic here in a little bit.
As suspected, more cave worms that are now just worms. No cave required. See if you can push them back.
I don't know why I jumped there. I think he destroyed 3 of those burrows, I guess what you want to call them, in order to get them to quit spawning in here at the base where you're at. Bad boy knocked me right off the deal. Those wolves keep tearing them up, though. Take that, he's right, though. Oh, me and my aiming. There's another one of those deals there. That's the second one. The third one's over in the front side of it, I believe. You see how weird that was? I could hit that small cave one that far away, but I couldn't hit that big one. You can see that little bit of lag going there, but like I said, that wasn't too bad. Here I'm just looking around to figure out where those last of those cave worms. They started spawning up here in a second after I moved out of the way from the center there. There it is. This part I never seen a land shark do, or sand shark, land shark, whichever one you want to call it. Just come up out of the ground like that. See, he goes all the way back underneath the ground there. Now we have to find the survivors there and heal them up and put them in stasis bags and send them off. And here's where I get stuck in here. This is so sad. That's all I did. I didn't take anything really from this place, so I didn't know if I was going to have to come back to it or what on the other missions or not. I can't believe I was having such a hard time getting out of the water there. There's the first survivor. See, that there didn't do any good. But you have to put the water in there and the oxygen in there and it'll give me full again. And of course cave sickness and festered wounds. And I used one of those thinking that's what it was. I thought it was an actual cut. And I didn't realize it was festered wounds until after I wasted one of the med kits. And used it on myself. But and there it goes. That's when I realized it was festered wounds. At this point, I don't know why I didn't just go ahead and put him in the stasis bag. But like I said, I wasn't really sure what was going on with that. I was just reading that little deal there, but I went off and found the second survivor, and then got him loaded up. Here, I'm just checking out what's all in here. Like I said, I don't think I took anything from here. I just left it like it was. I didn't even take the seeds for the produce that I don't have. I just left them there. Well, on this guy here, he has everything. Now, if I do it on that other map, then I'll probably pick them up. But if we do it on the other map, it'll be a different mission because I'll do it on a different server altogether, or a different path altogether. And there he is right there. So you do that, all you gotta do is carry him over and put him in the spaceship shipper. Put him in, load him in like cargo. And there he goes.
Excellent work, contractor. We may even be able to
And
follow
that's
the
the
creature's
mission.
trail from here. Another log file has been decrypted. Reading it for you now.
Log progress at Victor Alpha 1. Things are escalating here. We've had a whole group of 4 personnel just disappear from their bunks overnight. Some of our men are talking about leaving for orbit. They refuse to work with this threat hanging over us. It seems no amount of fortification can protect us when the creatures can appear right out from under you. As I record this, I can see 2 of my team stuffing their dropships with anything they can carry. I'll do my
All right.
best to prevent theft of any company property, but I can't
We
guarantee
can
it.
appreciate y'all watching.
Mission complete. Your next contract can be found on your chosen contact device.
Appreciate y'all watching. Subscribe, like, share, comment. Let us know what's going on. And I'll see y'all on the next one, man. Y'all have a good one. Peace.